Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, first up, we got Stanley Motta declaring a dividend here. So in this case here, we got a dividend, ordinary dividend of Jamaican 6 cents per share, payable on September 18th, 2020, just around the corner. Next up, we got PanJam investment here. So notice of annual general meeting, that's AGM. So the date is scheduled September 1st, 2020 at 3 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in terms of property and venue. Now, one thing with PanJam here, a fantastic attachment. You don't usually get this, with all your AGM materials or let's say notices, but a lovely cover letter or letter signed by the chairman and CEO, Mr. Stephen Facey, addressing shareholders, telling them about the year in review, telling them about how the results were and just how they're pivoting our growth strategies and so forth. Now, TTech Limited coming out with results here, still commendable despite COVID. So second quarter profits falling by almost half here. Now revenues fell, a bit as well, 82.7 million Jamaican versus 90.4 million Jamaican. So that's still credible. I mean, it's COVID-19, persons are probably holding back on whether it's contracts or new business. So not a bad fall off. Where they really got hurt was the earnings per share. As we said, EPS falling to 8 cents versus 15 cents. From a 6-month standpoint, the revenue is still up year on year. So that's a good sign. But this is a quarter of focus, the second quarter, and the EPS not down as much as this, not chopped in half for the 6 months. Now, overseas markets, Tyson Foods continuing to push, do their best, just like what we spoke about with some local companies, despite COVID-19. Now, Tyson Foods represents 20% of US production for pork, chicken, and beef. So huge company, very important to the US. Now, the CEO was recently ousted as a result of falling sales, just performance and so forth. We're seeing a lot of, what analysts call weaknesses in the whole meat distribution market in the US as well, we're sure globally. Now, as a result, third quarter profits declined by 22% year over year. That will put pressure on any management team. So we'll see how this pans out and where Tyson Foods goes from here. Last up, big news, and what everybody wants to hear, Tesla splitting their stock finally. So Tesla has declared a 5-to-1 split here, sending the shares rallying even higher, the market cap to, astronomical huge rates. So the rally here, 10% or more in the stock price. Many investors and analysts calling, even for the stock to join the S&P 500, talk about, credibility, good things for the company going forward. Reminder, a stock split is not necessarily a financial change, but really a psychological change. So just for all investors out there, even though the stock is rallying already, and even for the local market too, when you see stock splits. I'm Mark Croskery, this is Business Live.